Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about a new topic that is known as chess notations. So today we will focus on most of 5 points that are known as what is chess notations, how it helps us analyze board coordinates, that is ranks, files, and the name of the squares. Then comes the piece letters. That means the piece, whichever you use in chess, it is used by which letter. So like for queen, we use Q, and the further I'll be telling you. Then the fifth is the special move symbols which we use in the game of chess. So let's get started. Uh, Here's the chessboard which you can see. So first we will understand what is exactly the ranks and the files. Okay, as you can see on the board, the alphabets here which create a straight line are known as files. So for example, can you see these lines which are showing the arrows? So these are known as files. Let's for the example, this is D file, this is F file, this is H file, and similarly, these all are the certain files with the names of their particular alphabets. Then second is ranks, that is which start with numbers, the slanting lines which I'm showing you on the board. This is fourth rank, fifth rank, sixth rank, and seventh rank. I hope the ranks and files are clear for you. So this is the C file, this is the fifth rank. So wherever the point intersects, it is known as the square name, that is C5. So can we try this square name? This is the fifth F file, and this is the sixth rank. So this is known as the F6 square. Okay, so first, now let's understand as we have understood the names of the files and the ranks. So let's see what is notations. Okay, so basically notations is a simple system to write down chess moves, like just like writing a chess history, like the history whichever we have played with our opponent. So what is chess notation? Chess notation is a language for recording moves. Like whenever we like write the game, we are actually recording the moves which we have played with our opponent. So this is known as chess notations. It helps teacher track the progress of the students, review their mistakes and what kind of gameplay the student has. And this is also helpful for the advanced students who like once they have played a tournament or something, they go home and analyze their games. So this is basically very helpful to check and analyze your games and review your mistakes which you have done during the game. Okay, I hope you have understood the coordinates, that is the files. This is B file, this is sixth rank, and the name of the square, that is B6 squares. So I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next point, let's see which piece is called from which name. Okay, in this screen you can see this is a chessboard and here are the letters which is given for particular piece. You can take a screenshot of this. For king, I would like for you guys to note this down. For king we use the letter K. For queen we use the letter Q. For knight we use N because K is already used for the king. Bishop we use B. Rook we use R. And for pawn we use the name of the square. As we can see, there are so many pawns on the chessboard, we don't give a specific name to each and every pawn. Hence, we gave the name of the square. So, for example, I have played my pawn, this pawn, on e4. Hence, I will just write the names of the move as e4. And if I have played the knight on this square, that means I will write knight to f3. Let's show you on the real chessboard. For example, this is the game I'm playing. You can see here in the notations, e4. For pawn, we don't use any name, a specific name like pawn or p. We just use the name of the square. Unlikely for the other pieces, see e5. We use the name n as shown here on the screen, that is k, q, n, b, r for specific pieces. Like if I have played my knight over here, obviously as this is lichess, they are drawing a symbol, but we have to use the letter n. Okay, for knight, so n, f3. And if the bishop is playing on c5, I will write bishop c5. Okay, I hope this is clear how the pieces move. Now let's move to some special symbols that is known as check. So let's see, how do you give a check? Let's suppose I'm playing my bishop on c4. The pawn is coming over here on b6. Okay, and I have captured the pawn over here. Let's see the two signs which we are supposed to learn in notations. If I capture, what is the sign for capture? So the sign for capture is bishop x, the pawn which is on f7. So whenever you capture a piece, you will simply write the name of the square with the x sign in the middle. So basically it's bishop, b for bishop, X sign and the name of the square F7. Now you might be wondering, what is this plus sign for? So this plus sign is basically the sign for check. Okay, I hope you can see the bishop is giving check on F7 square. Hence, this is the sign for check. Let's give one more example for capturing. If my pawn is playing here, sorry, see. Now the king has captured my bishop, which was on F7. Okay, let's suppose I played here, and now the king is capturing my bishop. So how will I write it? For king, we will use K, not the symbol. We will use K with the sign X because it has captured my bishop. We'll use king X, the F7 square, because the king has moved to F7 square. Let's move to the next thing. First, we have learned capture sign, that is the X sign. Then we have learned the check sign, where we give a check. In this move, I have given a check. As you can see, the king is in red color. It's the plus sign, as you can see here. Now, moving to the next, that is checkmate. How do you write it for checkmate? Let's see here. If I have played this move, bishop to c4, knight has played here, I have played my queen over here. This is the simplest checkmate as you have seen. Now, if I checkmate the queen, the king, the black's king on the f7 square, you will simply write queen into f7. As we have already learned, the sign for capture, that is X sign, queen, X f7, and checkmate. As you can see, there is no square for the king to move. Hence, it is a checkmate. So the sign for checkmate is hashtag. I hope you can see here. Just take a minute and learn the signs. That is for capture. Let's recap over here. For capture, we use the X sign. For checkmate, like we have captured on f7 square, it is the X sign. For check, we have the plus sign, but as it is a checkmate over here, the king has no squares to move on to. It will be a checkmate, and hence we will use the sign of hashtag. I hope you guys have understood this. So this is all about notations. So basically, notations is used to record the moves of the chess game which we have played with the opponent or anyone, or to track the progress and review the mistakes of the students of ours. Okay, so you can just practice and replay some games and write down notations, and you can easily track the mistakes which you are making during the game. So hence, this is the topic for today, chess notations. I hope you all have understood this.